All right, let's get you a breaking update that we are getting this hour. There is a first arrest that has happened in the story that first broke here on Times Now. As far as the Chidambaram gate is concerned, the China visa's bribe gate, Karti Chidambaram's close aide, CA Bhaskaraman, who has been arrested by the CBI. So Bhavtosh getting us more details. Bhaskaran was also allegedly involved in a previous case as well, where the ED was investigating. Bhavtosh, what more do we know in the latest case?
Well, this is one of the first big developments that have taken place post searches that were carried out at 10 locations, and this means big trouble for Karti Chidambaram. He was questioned in Chennai till 2 a.m. in the morning, then formally placed under arrest. It's likely that he will be brought to Delhi, and then CBI will be seeking his custody. Now, CBI has said that the illegal gratification of 50 lakh rupees that was paid to Karti Chidambaram was in fact routed through Bhaskaran, and Bhaskaraman is also a chartered accountant, has floated several companies through Karti Chidambaram. It's right that in 2018 he was also arrested, and when the Enforcement Directorate carried out raids and searches at his residence, several documents were seized by the Enforcement Directorate, and then ED in fact gave a reference note to the Central Bureau of Investigation, and then in March 2022 ED in fact filed a preliminary inquiry which clearly named Bhaskaraman and Karti Chidambaram as people responsible for fraudulently reissuing Indian visas to.
Right.
All right, we'll try to fix that line with Bhavtosh shortly, but the CBI has also now alleged that the representatives of the Punjab Talwandi Sabo Power Plant Limited company had approached Karti through Bhaskaraman, and on 30th of July 2011, a letter was submitted to the MHA by the representatives of this particular power company to reuse the project visa. This illegal gratification of rupees 50 lakh was demanded through Bhaskaraman by Karti Chidambaram, and this is the entire money trail that is now under focus. Money was transferred from Beltool, which was signed as a sham consultancy agreement to provide visa to Shandong Electric Power Construction Company, and earlier he was also arrested in February 2018, Bhavtosh, by the Enforcement Directorate.
Yes, as I was telling you that he was arrested in 2018 by the Enforcement Directorate, which in fact led to the arrest of Karti Chidambaram. Now, being a close associate of Karti Chidambaram, he's a person who is aware of how various shell companies were set up by Karti Chidambaram. When he was arrested, raids and searches were carried out at his premises. That led to recovery of some documents. These documents were basically about various shell companies that were fronted by Bhaskaraman and close aides of Karti Chidambaram, and these companies in fact led to recovery of certain details of shell companies which in fact were about Chinese visa racket. Now, ED had given a reference note to the Central Bureau of Investigation, which led to filing of a preliminary inquiry this March.
All right. So right after searches were happening, he was also questioned on the same, and for several hours when the questioning went on. This is the CBI. This is a fresh case rather that has been filed against the Chidambarams and his CA, who has now been named, and he's been arrested by the investigative agency. Meanwhile, breaking his silence on the CBI raids at his residence in Chennai and also in Delhi and other locations, senior Congress leader and former Union Minister P Chidambaram has contended that the central agency has found nothing. The father-son duo also listed the number of times they were raided and now how nothing was found. The Congress is now putting all of its weight behind the senior Congress leader and his son, who is a Congress MP, and is accusing the BJP of political vendetta.
पार्टी उनके साथ खड़ी है. देखिए, पार्टी हमने ये नहीं, आप ऐसा मत सोचिए कि पार्टी उनके साथ खड़ी है और ये गलत है. ये ध्यान भटकाने के लिए मैं तो फिर कह रहा हूं कि ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस तरीके की सभी चीजें करेंगी. रणदीप सुरजेवाला जी ने भी ट्वीट किया है अभी, और पार्टी उनके साथ पूरी तरीके से खड़ी है. और हम ये कह रहे हैं कि ये जानबूझ करके प्रताड़ित करने के लिए किया जा रहा है. टाइमिंग इस तरीके से है ताकि लोगों का ध्यान बांटा जा सके जो वास्तविक मुद्दे हैं उनसे.
तो ये चाहते हैं जो वोकल लोग हैं, जो लड़ने वाले हैं कांग्रेस में, उनको टारगेट बनाया जा रहा है और उनकी आइडियोलॉजी थोपने के लिए, फिर से मनुवाद को लाने के लिए उनकी पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं. और जो लोग उनके विचारों से सहमत नहीं है उनको टारगेट कर रहे हैं. ये पॉलिटिकली कर रहे हैं और फाइनेंशियली हरासमेंट कर रहे हैं और हर चीज़ से तंग और तबाह करके वो लोग एक या इस देश में अटक.
It starts from the Gandhis, who enjoyed the Chinese hospitality during the Beijing Olympics, signed an MOU, accepted donations in the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Rahul Gandhi is known to have taken a briefing from the Chinese envoy during the Doklam crisis. Karti Chidambaram, son of P Chidambaram, who was the home minister of the country at that point in time, was facilitating illegal visas for the Chinese, and he took big money for it. So clearly, the Congress party sold India's interest to the Chinese